Hello, welcome back, and as always, I hope you're doing well. Right, thank you for all the comments lately. I've been getting all sorts of different comments and I'm saving them up for the weekend. Right, today I'm going to give you my thoughts on Game of Death 2. I'm always getting asked, constantly getting asked, will you review Game of Death 2? Will you do Game of Death 2? Blah, 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 blah. Alright. I know I've taken a while to get round to it, guys. But, I mean, this is a Bruceploitation film. It has got some Bruce Lee bits in it, but it is a Bruceploitation film. But it is part of the Arrow set, the Criterion set, and various other Bruce Lee box sets. So I thought I'd give you my thoughts on this version of the Blu-ray. Right. So, this is obviously high definition, taken from original elements, which is great, and it's a film by Si-young. And the fight choreography is by Yuen Woo-ping, you know, of Drunken Master and Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, two of my favourite Jackie Chan films. I know they're old school kung fu movies, but I love them both, I really do. You've got the Hong Kong theatrical cut, which is known as the Tower of Death. Also, you've got an alternate Korean cut, which removes pretty much all of the Bruce Lee scenes, and it kind of changes the plot structure completely. And it does have unique footage that is not featured in any other version. And that is quite a good one. I think because Kim Tai-chung, he played the body double, or one of the body doubles in the 78 Game of Death, No Retreat, No Surrender, and this. He is from Korea. And I think they wanted to promote him. It's not so much Bruceploitation. Also, you've got on here, which is quite an unusual cut, the US video version that pretty much takes out all of the Enter the Dragon scenes. I don't know whether they was getting squeezed by Warner Brothers, and replace them with bits from other Bruce Lee films from the Golden Harvest, you know, Big Boss, Fist of Fury and Way of the Dragon. You've also got an audio commentary by Frank Jeng and Michael Worth. It is worth a listen to. They both know their stuff. Although when Frank Jeng gets excited, I do struggle to understand him a little. But I did understand what he said. But when he gets excited, like I do, when I get a little bit excited, I start going into one. I'm always getting told by the wife. Also, you've got an archive interview with Roy Horan. He died, I think, in 2021. He's great in this film, actually. He gets a much bigger role than he did in Snake in the Eagle's Shadow. So the picture quality on here is second to none, and you ain't going to get as many extras as you do on here. Also, you've got an alternate end credit sequence on here, trailer galleries, some Bruceploitation trailers, and you've got an image gallery, which is quite cool. It is nice. I mean, this thing is packed, and the Korean cut is actually quite rare. I don't think you can easily get that. This is the only place you can get it. Or if you bought the standalone, it's pretty much the same disc, because this wasn't in 4K, even though I got a 4K box set. This one was just a Blu-ray. So, the film. In the vein of a Bruce Lee classic, this emerges as another attempt to exploit his iconic status and the fans anticipating new footage. Now, bearing in mind, this is 1980, so we didn't get to see the monk scene from Enter the Dragon until early 2000s, you know, when they put the monk scene back in with Bruce at the beginning. But it does fall short of being a genuine Bruce Lee movie, offering very little fresh content of Bruce, apart from just a few clips, and they are obviously the Abbott clip that I just mentioned. Now, when you watch the Abbott clip, you think straight away, oh, it's that bit from Enter the Dragon, which it is, but it is a completely different take. When you put them both side by side, you can see it's a much wider angled camera when they're talking, Bruce Lee and the Abbott. Also, when Bruce Lee enters the room, you know, obviously when he first arrives on Hans Island, he walks in with his bag and has a little look at the bird in the cage, and then goes over and finds some books. That's quite nice to see Bruce in there. Also, it's extended. You know, when Bruce Lee finds out about his sister, Angela Mao, and Enter the Dragon, that scene with I Will, Old Man, that scene's a little bit longer in Game of Death 2. There's another little clip when Bruce sits down to talk to Mei Ling from Enter the Dragon. That's in here, but obviously he's talking to Wang Jiang Li's daughter. So you have got a few clips of Bruce that you can't find anywhere else. And also when he's talking to the abbot, it shows you Bruce Lee when he was in his younger films, and it wants you to know it's Bruce Lee because it actually tells you it's Bruce. So it's definitely a Bruceploitation. Nevertheless, it delivers 90 minutes of great entertainment with impressive fight choreography, a crazy storyline, and zany over-the-top acting. I think when Singh first signed on to this, because obviously the success of Game of Death, certainly in Japan, it was massive, and Raymond obviously wanted to make another. When Singh realised, because he was promised he was going to get all this rare footage of Bruce Lee, and I don't think it really came through, he decided to take a completely different point on it. And you'll see Kim Tai-chung, he's dressed as Bruce Lee in the suit when he arrives at the airport. You know, the underground cavern, he looks very similar to Bruce from Enter the Dragon. It looks very much like Han's underground cavern in Game of Death 2. They recreated it all, but they didn't deliver. So what he decided to do was bump off Billy Lowe quite early and have Kim Tai-chung play the main character in the film as Bobby Lowe, his brother. And the final product is a testament to classic kung fu cinema, evoking a sense of nostalgia in the genre's golden era. Kim Tai-chung, who's sometimes called Tung Lung, Bruce Lee's character obviously from The Way of the Dragon, proves his skills in this film with his martial arts at the highest calibre. His Taekwondo confrontation at the end, the big end battle with Wang Jiangli, shows his spectacular kicking prowess, enhanced by Yuen Bu, one of the Jackie Chan crew, you know Yuen Bu, Dreadnought and a few of the others. He's amazing acrobatics and flips. And I do think if it had not been for them constantly using Kim Tai-chung as a Bruce Lee doppelganger, clone if you like, I think he would have gone on to do really, really good things, because his martial arts skills were superb. Wang Jiangli, as always, captivates with his amazing skill and precision. His kicks are out of this world. Just check out Drunken Master and Snake in the Eagle Shadow. But this film shows it as well. The guy is an amazing martial artist, and he's got a real good screen presence as well. Plays an amazing villain. Roy Horan, like I said earlier, he gets a much bigger part in it, and I really like him in this film. Against all the odds, this film kind of works thanks to its self-aware approach and some of the most spectacular fight scenes done by Yuen Woo-ping. So, while it may not cater to die-hard Bruce Lee aficionados, fans, it does stand out as a splendid tribute to old school kung fu movies. And I do really enjoy it. It's not a Lee movie. Would I rather watch this than The Way of the Dragon? No, but I can appreciate it for what it is. And as far as Bruceploitation movies go, this one is probably one of the best, if not the best. It is a Bruceploitation, like I've explained, but is it more exploitative than the Robert Klaus 78 version? In my opinion, no. Yes, it shows the funeral scene a little bit, it does, but not as bad, in my opinion, as the 78 version. And like I've explained before, the people that made Game of Death 78, they knew Bruce. They knew Bruce. This is a completely different thing. Yes, it's Bruceploitation, it absolutely is. Unless you watch the Korean version, and then not so much. There's a bit in there, but nowhere near as much. It focuses mostly on Kim Tai-chung. But that's just what I think. What are your thoughts on Game of Death 2? Do you not bother with it because it isn't a Bruce Lee movie? Or do you appreciate it for what it is and enjoy it simply for that? See, for me, when I watch a Bruce Lee fight scene, apart from that jumping high or when he's swinging the two Japs around in the dojo fight, Bruce Lee's fights come across real. I've always thought, and I thought it with Snake and the Eagles and Drunken Master, the moves look like set pieces. Also, Wang Zhang Li's in Invincible Iron Armour, another film I absolutely love, but I appreciate them for what they are. But I can totally tell a Bruce Lee fight scene from the Yuen Wu Ping, even though I can appreciate both. I prefer Bruce Lee's though. But yeah, do you find this less exploitative than the Robert Klaus version? Let me know in your comments down below. And what is your favourite version on there? Do you like the Korean cut? Or do you just watch the international version that comes on? Or do you watch the Tower of Death? Let me know. Anyway, there's plenty of reviews of the film on here. It's a really basic story really, but with some over-the-top acting. It is crazy. And I do enjoy it for what it is. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think down below. Anyway, right, before I go, I want to thank everyone for watching, as always. The thumbs ups, thumbs downs, all of that. And of course my patrons, my new patrons as well. Thank you very much for supporting Sharpie Rambles. I do appreciate it, I really do. Right, have yourselves an amazing week, guys. Much love. Let me know what you think of Game of Death 2. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you not bother with it? Let me know. Have an amazing week, and I'll be back with another ramble real soon. You take care now.